Raided the girls' locker room and found some shorts there, boys. Sambo guys saw Jiu Jitsu and Judo and decided to do the same thing with no pants on. What is this Sassy Jiu Jitsu? Sambo is legit, but dang, their outfits look so zesty. PINCHE, horse legs. This guy, I need to stop looking at them because they're actually kind of funny. Some of them. Alright, so today I'm going through and looking through some of my comments and responding to y'all. So first one we got here is by Barry. What's with the costume though? Weird. Yeah, so this is a kurtka, a Sambo kurtka. We got Sambo shorts and then Sambo shoes. That's just like the standard costume for Sambo. We wear the shorts. I heard it was to show like power, but some of the comments of this are pretty funny. Somebody said Sambo. Yeah, this guy would probably you up. That's probably accurate for a YouTube comment. +5 strength, -2 charisma. Yeah, everyone's been talking about the legs and the Sambo shorts, and I like the little Fallout reference. 3 out of 10 rage bait. Very poor. Yeah, it wasn't really rage bait for me. Didn't bother me. All right, next one up by Logi Beats. Outside trip is almost never going to work as a foot sweep. You plant the foot and drive the underhook side. This is like Greco-Roman 101. I really disagree with this comment, first off, because I've hit a bunch of foot sweeps in like MMA sparring practice, right? I've only had one MMA fight, so I haven't had it happen in a fight yet, but hit it at practice. Also, you're not supposed to use your legs and hook at all in Greco-Roman, really, so I'm kind of confused by that. By Nasty Nick. Sambo is legit, but dang, their outfits look so zesty. And someone says, grow up, man. No, they don't, bro. Yeah, when I was a kid and I did Sambo Nationals, I did think they were a little zesty, but now as I've grown up, like these guys said, I actually really like the Sambo outfit. I think it's way cooler than like a judo gi with the pants. I actually like kind of showing off my legs, and I like the little shoulder pads, plus the little loops on the belt are much better in my opinion. Sambo outfit is kurtka, we got shorts, and then we also got our Sambo shoes. In combat, we got gloves, shin guards, and headgear as well. Next one by MMA Dots. Not to be a backseat driver, but aren't you supposed to finish with a hand on the bicep or forearm? This is for a head and arm choke. And no, you don't necessarily have to get your hand on the bicep. It can make it a little tighter, but I personally prefer to have like a gable grip or an S grip. To me, I feel like I have more maneuverability with those grips. So yes, you can finish with the hand on the bicep, but you don't have to. Next one by Turquoise Turtle. Going 2 hands on one side, I feel like the guy on the mount can easily get technical mount that way, although I could be wrong. 2 hands on one side, but we have the forearm framing across the body. So that stops them from getting technical mount as easily. That frame across their body really stops them from getting to technical mount if they're trying to get there. By Wade, I haven't decided if I'm gonna put my son in American boxing, judo, or boxing, wrestling, or just Sambo. Not sure how good the Sambo here is in the North Houston area. I'll be honest, I don't know of anyone that does Sambo in the Houston area, but if you can find someone, definitely try it out. If there isn't, I would recommend going boxing, judo, if you would like him to compete in Sambo. Wrestling isn't as heavy in Sambo as judo is. I'd say on the grappling side, it's probably 65% judo and 35% wrestling. So I would go with the boxing and judo if you want them to do combat Sambo or Sambo. Going towards the MMA side, I might lean a little bit towards wrestling, but it's pretty even. Comments on that one. Sambo's good if it's a good gym. I literally just told my coworker today that it's good if you train striking while grappling, stand up and on the ground. A lot of people think they learn a striking art and a grappling art. They can strike and grapple at the same time, but that itself is a different ball game. Very true. I've had people come in here that did both judo and Muay Thai or wrestling and Muay Thai, but they don't know how to mix the two into a cohesive system. So yeah, it's definitely good to be at a Sambo or like strictly MMA gym so that you can mix the two different styles, the striking and the grappling. So by Ravage Ethics, American Sambo is beautiful. It's pure boxing and pure wrestling combined in one without disrupting flow. I wish more boxers or wrestlers knew about this. I definitely agree. I would add pure judo as well, maybe pure kickboxing, but definitely agree. And being able to mix all the arts and make them into one cohesive system and work together is awesome. That's one of the reasons why I love Combat Sambo. Troy Berg, Sumi Gaeshi would be inner left uke with right foot by Tori. Okay, so he's saying I need to switch my legs. He might be right on that one, to be honest. I haven't brushed up on my Japanese in a while, but I still think anytime I've been to a judo club with competitive judokas, what I'm doing, people call Sumi Gaeshi, and everyone knows what I'm saying. So he might be right, should look into it, but it works. People know what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna keep calling Sumi Gaeshi for now. Cal Brown said, y'all try this BS in a fight if you actually wanna, on a video about a feint to an overhand to a switch knee. I don't see why he would criticize that so heavily, because I'm feinting low, coming high, and then using the grip I get from that overhand to hit a switch knee. So the combo makes logical sense. So yeah, you know what? I will try it in a fight. Maybe next one, March 27th. Johnny Royce said, raided the girls' locker room and found some shorts there, boys. Which is, it is pretty funny. And everyone's roasting him in the comments. Man, how insecure can you get to be triggered by shorts? Then he comes back, like those shorts there, champ. People are like, you've never seen Sambo before? Sambo guys saw Jiu Jitsu and Judo and decided to do the same thing but with no pants on. Isn't there no-gi Jiu Jitsu now and all those guys wear short shorts too? So yeah, maybe we saw gi Jiu Jitsu, but I think this guy watches Craig Jones. I responded, haha, I hated them at first, but eventually liked them, which is true. I did hate them at first, like, as a kid, yeah, I thought it was the same thing, where it was like, they're a little too short. But like I said, they're meant to show off power, and you're supposed to have big legs and be powerful legs. So I eventually grew to like that over time. iSound said, what is this Sassy Jiu Jitsu? No, it's Sambo. It's a Soviet sport. It's not very sassy. I think they wouldn't take the Russians wouldn't take too kindly to it being called Sassy Jiu Jitsu. Sabir said, this channel is exactly what I need. I learned a lot from it. I do always really appreciate those comments, people saying that they learned something. Someone told me that they're actually using some of the drills that I teach on the channel in their gym. So that always makes me really happy to see that these videos are actually really teaching people things and they're using it and it's working. See, oh, you're welcome says shoes on the mat. Banished. Okay, that's kind of funny. You've never seen wrestling shoes? Like, I know Sambo's not as well known, and we have shoes on in Sambo, but have you never seen wrestling shoes? Right, there's shoes that are meant to be on the mat. PINCHE, horse legs. This is one of my favorite comments ever. I don't know why reading it like that is so much fun. Another one we got is, I thought Sambo was popular in Russia, and yes it is. Sambo has Russian origins. It started there in the early 19th century or 20th century as a self-defense and military art, and then eventually became a sport through Sport Sambo and then Combat Sambo. So yes, it is Russia's national combat sport.